This is Curve Riders, and I'm Alexa Harnagel. Have you ever seen the movie Gray? It is what it sounds like. There's a lot of gray. But first, let me explain what happens. A plane crashes. There are men, maybe 12 or so. They all are close, they're friends. They work together. They're the South Pole. One of them is not friends with the others. He's a survivor though. The plane crashes. There are limbs everywhere, but a few are alive. The story is their story of survival. Their story of fighting, wolves, the cold, hunger, and even death, until they can get home, if they get home. I won't spoil the movie for you in case you haven't seen it. I was surprisingly impressed, but that's not the point of this podcast. The point of that story, though, is that survival is key to all human beings. We fight, or at least would have to fight, to stay alive in some kind of plane wreck or post-apocalyptic war. At least that's what we think. What we don't realize is that a lot of the world does fight to stay alive still. Imagine even just taking it back to the early to mid-20th century. Let's go back to China, for example. During World War II, conditions are dangerous and fear soaks in the air. A sister took the risk of living here, nursing and caring, in 1937, and her name was Sister Mary Ling. Although the times were hard on everyone, and she risked her lives daily in order to help others, she was a hot commodity, as she was bilingual in Shanghai, and had the ability to communicate with everyone, the doctors, the patients, everyone. Not only was she working in the hospital, she was working in the orphanage. And in order to survive, they started a vegetable garden and collected wood. That may not sound like a big deal, but if that's what you have to do in order to survive, you'll do it. Her final project in China was to create a hospital. But as times were hard, they were forcefully evacuated and had to leave China at this time, the hospital never being finished. And while she did go back to the United States, where she was safer, more comfortable, and had a career and health, she had changed when she was in China. And throughout her time there, abroad, she saved countless lives and fought for her right to survive. Brought to you by Sister Story and their sponsor, the Conrad N. Hilton Foundation. All sound was collected at Free Music Archive. A special thank you to Garrett, Tiedemann, and Alicia Beyer for your contributions, and be sure to check out the podcast Here's My Secret by Alicia Beyer.